My name is Allison Chavez, and I'm the Director of Community Engagement at Milwaukee Ballet, and we are so excited to be part of the Kids Days series. We are coming to you, not live, but from a Zoom around Wisconsin right now. We're all here in Milwaukee, and we've never really done this before, but today we're going to be doing our Ballet Fitness Challenge, where you guys are going to be trying some ballet moves at home, and hopefully this workshop will make you realize that even though ballet is an art form, it's an incredibly physical art form that has a lot of similarities to sports. You know, sometimes people watch ballet and the dancers are so good at it that it makes it look easy. It makes it look effortless. But actually, ballet is one of the hardest things you can do physically. And our dancers are just like professional athletes. And I have two of them with me today. They're awesome. Let's meet them. Let's start with Jenny. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Tell us, again, your name, where you're from, how you started dancing, and maybe what you're doing to keep dancing at home, because this is very different to be at home and not at the studio.
So my name is Jenny. I'm from California. I started dancing when I was 3 years old. My mom put me in a class, and I really enjoyed ballet class because I always got a top after each class. So I was always excited to go back to ballet. So now I'm in Milwaukee, and though I'm not dancing at Milwaukee Ballet Studios, I'm still dancing in Milwaukee. I do my own class in my apartment, and I like to do other forms of exercise, whether it's just like workouts or going on runs, walks, doing Pilates, and just ballet specific exercises to keep my body in shape for ballet. So
Awesome. Yeah, if you guys don't know this, there are just thousands and thousands of ballet classes happening online from people all over the world. So if you feel like you want to try some ballet after this workshop and you want to get inspired, there are tons of ballet classes online that you could check out and try it at home. But be careful, because sometimes floors are slippery. Sometimes if you can jump really high, you might hit your head on the ceiling. So you got to be careful doing ballet at home. But if you're getting inspired, that is awesome. Craig, tell us all about you.
Hi, my name is Craig. I'm from Holland, Michigan originally, but I've been living in Wisconsin for a while now. So yeah, I started dancing when I was 10 years old. And one of my favorite things about it, it's kind of what Allison was saying, is just the marriage between athleticism and artistry in ballet. I did a lot of other sports before ballet, but this was the one I stuck with. My way of keeping in shape while I'm at home is the Milwaukee Ballet Company has been doing online classes, also like Allison was talking about. So that's a great way for all of us in the company and MB2 to keep dancing together and keep in touch. And then I also have a small home gym, so I've been able to do weight training and other types of cross training every day as well.
Yes, I think that's the one thing that I always want people to know about ballet dancers, is that they are doing as much exercise, you guys, if not more, as the Bucks, the Packers, the Brewers. These dancers have to do double duty because they are athletes, but they're also artists. So they have to take all that physicality and make it look beautiful or funny or scary or dramatic. They're amazing people. Today, we're going to show you some ways that ballet is just like a sport. So we're going to take you through a bunch of different exercises. And I want everyone at home to stand up. Dancers, you stand up, find a space in your rooms there. And we're going to start the way that we always start, which is with some stretching. So guys, just like you stretch before you play soccer or baseball, you got to stretch before you do ballet. So we'll start with some pretty easy stretches to get our bodies warmed up. As usual, listen to me, but watch these dancers because they're the professionals. So let's start by just taking a nice deep breath in, big breath. And once you get to the top, let it out. Take a deep breath in and let it out. All right, we're gonna warm up all our body parts. So stand with your hands on your hips And let's just start with our heads and look up to the ceiling and then look down to the ground. And as you're doing this, really stretch your necks out. So look up to the ceiling and down to the ground. One more time, let's look up to the ceiling and down to the ground. Very good. Now, if everybody can, let's see, at home, let's do this with your right side. Dancers, you can do this right or left side, doesn't matter. Let's try to touch one ear to our shoulder. And then switch to the other side. And as you're doing this, try not to shrug your shoulder up. Just try to touch your ear to your shoulder by stretching it, and be gentle with your neck. And now let's look over one shoulder as far as you can. And switch to the other side. And switch. And switch. And one more time. One more time. Great. Now in super slow motion, let's do a nice head circle going all the way around. Again, be careful as you're doing this with your neck, and then go to the other side. Now your head should be pretty warmed up, so let's move on to our shoulders. Let's shrug our shoulders up to our ears, and then once they're shrugged up there, just let them drop and see how heavy they feel. And shrug your shoulders up, and let them drop. And one more time, up, and let them drop. Good. Let's do one shoulder at a time. And then can you guys just keep doing one shoulder at a time and go faster and faster until it turns into like your own little dance? There we go. Really get those shoulders moving. Nice job. And let's do exactly what Craig is doing and do some shoulder circles, because this feels really good on your back. Really move your shoulders back. It'll feel like you are giving yourself a back massage. It feels great. And then let's do some to the front. Great. Let's just get our arms moving. Let's move our arms backwards in big, huge circles. Really get those shoulders stretched out. And then when you've done that a few times, let's come to the front with our arms. Big circles. Great. And let's pretend that we're swimming. Let's do some crawl stroke to the front. Let's do some backstroke. Great. A couple more stretches for our arms. Let's reach our one arm across and just really pull that arm across. That should feel really good in your shoulder. And let's try the other side. Great. Let's check your balance real quick and also continue to get our bodies warmed up. Let's just shake one leg and see how your balance is doing. Shake your leg, shake the other leg, and shake the other leg. Shake the other leg. Now shake your entire body, your whole body, as crazy as you can. Get that body really warmed up. Great. And now let's see. Let's do a real ballet stretch. Why don't you guys stand on your tiptoes, try to touch the ceiling where you are, reach up as high as you can, and then we're going to reach down and try to touch our toes. Everybody go as far as you can at home, and I'll count to 10 for you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Let's do it one more time, reaching up as high as you can. Reach, reach, reach. And this time when you touch your toes, if you can already touch your toes, then you can put your hands flat on the ground, or you can hug yourself to your legs even further. Depending on how flexible you are, you'll actually be able to stretch even farther than you think if you work at it. Do a couple more seconds, stretching, stretching. Very good. And come up. Now we're almost done stretching, but Jenny, why don't you tell us or show us a stretch, a real ballet stretch that you like to do that helps you get your body warmed up?
One of my favorite ones is to take a step forward, go down to your knee, and then just press yourself forward so you can feel a stretch in front of your leg.
Yes,
And
this is a really good stretch. So Craig, why don't you try that one with her? Just down on one knee, stretching, sort of leaning forward, and then she puts her arm up and kind of leans over too. It's great. And then let's try the other side. And what muscles is this stretching? Is this for your quad and your hips?
yeah, it's for the front of your quad and your hip.
Great. Craig, what's a stretch that you like to do?
Every day I make sure I stretch my splits. There's 3 directions. It helps with your
Whoa.
tensions. So this is very important for dancers. So you have your Alice splits, and then you can also do your front and back splits as well. They're all very important.
Whoa. Did you guys at home know that, well, hopefully you knew that dancers have to be super flexible. I don't know if you knew that the boys have to be just as flexible as the girls in ballet, but Craig is showing us that that is so true. Now, if you at home are not at the point where you can do your splits yet, you can work up to them by stretching your body every single day. So let's say that you can't do your middle splits. You can see how Jenny's sitting right now. She could bring her legs in a little bit so that they're not as wide as the splits, and she can work from a stretching position like that until she could get far enough to go out to the splits. Of course, she can do it. Same with the splits in the other direction. If you go forward with either leg, you can go down as far as you can and just hold your body there like Craig is doing or Jenny's doing, and just keep working at it. Stretching your legs and your hamstrings is really going to help you get to the splits, right?
That's right.
That is amazing. Let's give them a round of applause for how flexible they are. All right, so they just showed us our very first area of comparing sports and ballet. Flexibility, we now know that they are super flexible. So we're going to move on to strength. And dancers, of course, have to be super strong. The girls have to be strong and the boys have to be strong, of course. And so one thing that they have to have is really good core strength. And core is your tummy, your stomach muscles. Dancers want to have abs, they want to be strong. And this not only helps with body strength, it helps with balance, it helps everything if your core is strong. It also helps you not to get injured so much if you have a strong core. One way that you can get a strong set of abs is doing a plank. So we're gonna do a plank and I'm gonna time it. We're gonna do a 30-second plank. So let me get my timer ready. And let's see. All right, it's at 0. We're gonna do it for 30 seconds. So everybody get in position. Do this at home with us. Here we go, 30 seconds. You can be up like Craig is or down on your elbows like Jenny. Here we go. Now this is something you might have to work up to. So if all you can do is hold this for 10 seconds, then give yourself the goal to reach, to keep working hard enough to get up to 30 seconds. You guys are more than halfway through, keep going. They just look like they are frozen because I bet they do this every single day. 5 more seconds, guys. We're almost there. 29 and 30 and rest. Great job. Very good. How long do you guys think you could hold a plank if you had to?
For the month of April, I did a 3-minute plank every single day.
3 minutes. Whoa. How about you, Craig?
That's pretty impressive. I think a good standard is about 2 minutes. And then you can also do some side planking, which is really good to hit you.
Oh, can you guys show us a side plank?
Absolutely.
Whoa.
For one side, and then you just switch to get the other side.
I'll tell you what, the gym that I go to has us do 2-minute planks and I can usually never make it. So I'm impressed, and I'm going to keep working hard. You guys have inspired me. Jenny, when you're doing the plank for 3 minutes, how do you get through it without just thinking how long each minute feels?
I listen to music, or sometimes I'll listen to a podcast. I usually will switch halfway through. I'll go from elbows to my hands. And so that kind of like, it starts working kind of like a different kind of muscle in my arms, I think. So it kind of distracts me from the burn that I was feeling somewhere else, but it's still there. So
that is awesome. All right. Well, speaking of arms, like she was just saying, we're going to get into that position again, and we're going to do some push-ups, because push-ups are one of the things that help our guys in ballet get really strong. Boys in ballet have to have really strong upper body strength, but we always like to make sure that the girls and boys are both being strong. So Jenny's going to do this too. We're going to do 10 push-ups. You can do regular or modified if you're at home. I'm going to count. Lucky me, I don't have to do them today. I'm just going to be the counter, but I'll do them later, I promise. Okay, here we go. 10 push-ups. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Let's give them a round of applause. Guys, if you just did that at home, give yourself a round of applause. We're going to do one more thing for strength. And this one is a good example of how ballet looks easy, but it's actually really hard. So dancers, if you could stand in second position and put your arms in second position. Everyone at home, I just want you to copy this position. So you're going to stand with your feet spread apart. Your heels should be under your shoulders. Your arms are going to be open wide, kind of in a straight line, a little bit rounded. Dancers, shake your arms out, because now we're going to do this and hold our arms out there for 1 minute. Let me tell you why we're doing this before we start. Sometimes dancers are in what we call the corps de ballet, which is the big group of dancers on stage who aren't the main characters, but they're very important. They dance together as a group, and sometimes they have to stand on stage and be frozen for up to 5 minutes at a time. And this can be really hard on your body. So we're going to do an easy version of this where we stand in second position. You stand frozen. The only thing you can move, of course, is your lungs. You got to breathe. Don't hold your breath through this, but you need to not move your face. If your nose itches, don't itch your nose. If your arms are dying and burning, just keep breathing. Hold that core and try to hold your arms out, and let's see if you can hold your arms out for 1 minute. I've got my timer ready. Let's take the position. The goal is to be totally frozen with those arms out. Ready? Here we go. I'll put my clock down so you're not staring at the clock. But what you want to be doing is just thinking about holding that core, breathing, holding your arms, just focusing. Now, if you were on stage right now, here's what would be happening. The main ballerina and dancer would be dancing around in front of you doing a beautiful pas de deux, which is what it means when two dancers dance together. They'd be doing a beautiful duet in front of you. And the corps de ballet cannot move, because if you move, then everyone in the audience looks at you. You guys are almost done. You're at 40 seconds. Keep holding it. I bet your arms are feeling pretty heavy, but just dig deep. Keep on holding it. You can do it. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Rest those arms. What do you think? How do you guys feel doing that at home? So sometimes we do, oftentimes we do a ballet called Swan Lake, and there's a lot of arm work in Swan Lake. So Jenny, can you lead us, just follow the leader in a little bit of Swan Lake arms? I'm gonna tell you, everyone at home, normally the swans are girls, but there is a version of Swan Lake where the swans are boys. They're all boys. It's a version of Swan Lake that they made in England by a choreographer named Matthew Bourne. And those swans have mohawks and really cool feather pants. So Boys and girls can all do this. Jenny's going to lead us in a Swan Lake arm exercise now that our arms are feeling really strong. And just follow the leader.
So you bring your arms up and you want your wrist to touch. And then as you come down, you lead with your elbows. And then you reverse it and you move your elbows up, the wrist touch, and then back down, leading with the elbows. Should feel like floating feathers.
It should definitely feel like that, but I'll tell you, when I see the dancers working on this ballet, they have to get their arms so strong because they might be doing this for what, like hours a day, it seems like. So just keep following along at home. Sometimes the movements are all the way up. Sometimes they're just sort of a half lift. Looks beautiful. It takes a lot of muscle. Great job. All right, everybody can rest your arms. You might need to give your arms a little massage now that you've really worked them out. We're going to move on to balance. Now that we've proven we're flexible and strong, let's see how our balance is. Balance is, of course, very important to ballet dancers. We're going to start with our feet in first position. We will be learning these positions in a minute, so just follow along for now, everyone at home. Your heels are touching, your toes are turned out to the side. You can put your hands on your hips for now, but we're going to rise up into what we call a releve. And this is where we're standing on the ball of our foot. So we're almost on our tiptoes, not really the full tiptoe like ballerinas do, but we're on the ball of our foot. And this is called a releve, which means to rise up. You can see the dancers are not even moving. Their balance is great. Now they're going to take their arms and put them out in front of them in what we call first position. And let's follow along at home, bringing our arms up to fifth position. Whoa, these dancers' balance is rock solid. Look at them. And let's hold it a few more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Come down. Awesome. Now, that's an easy way to practice your balance, but Craig, could you teach us how to do a passe?
Absolutely. So in passe, you're going to want to be on demi-point, like you just learned. Then bring one foot up to where your knee is while keeping the other leg straight.
Whoa. Let's learn it with our foot flat first. That seems really hard. Then we'll work up to that.
Same thing, just keep both feet turned out, one's bent, and you try to put your toe right above your kneecap.
Yes, that is so important that he just said that for everyone at home. Your foot isn't just resting fully on your leg. That would be too easy. You just need to point that toe to your knee, just exactly like Craig said. So try both sides and see which side you feel better standing on. Find that balance with your foot flat on the ground and just hold that for a while. And then once you feel like your balance is secure, go ahead and do what Craig was showing us at first and try to rise up to demi-point and see if you can hold that balance. It is very difficult. Even for the dancers, it's hard. And I think some days they wake up and they have great balance, and some days they feel like, oh man, I'm wobbling all over the place. Is that true?
Absolutely. Balance is pretty fickle, but it's something trying. Absolutely.
What are some things that help with balancing?
A lot of it is strength. So building your calf strength and ankle strength is very important. So calf raises are a great way to train that. So the company right now, we've been doing calf raises every day, 25 on each leg as part of our class.
Oh my gosh. So that's just one leg at a time?
Yeah, exactly. Just up and down with a support. Up and down, 25 times.
Oh, wow. So guys, there's an assignment you can do on your own. We're not going to do it in this workshop, but calf raises, really good way to build some strength. Let's try that passe one more time. Pick a side and we'll just see how you feel rising up. I'll give you guys at home just a couple seconds to try that. I'll give the dancers a couple seconds to try it. You can tell too, the dancers are very focused. Their heads aren't moving all around. They're really focused, and that also helps with your balance. All right, dancers, shake your bodies out. Great job. Let's move on to coordination, and let's finally learn those positions of the feet and the arms. So what you're gonna do, everyone at home, is start by standing with your feet next to each other, or what we call parallel. Stand up nice and tall. Ballet dancers have excellent posture, so you want to stand tall, keep those shoulders back and those necks nice and long. You can put your hands on your hips for right now, and we're going to first learn all the positions of the feet. So there are 5. Let's keep our heels together and turn our toes out to the side. You want to turn those toes out as far as you can without wobbling over. So if you're falling backwards, then your toes are out too far. Bring them in so that your feet look like a V. And this is called first position. So everyone at home, just say first position. And now the dancers are going to do what we call a tendu to the side, and then they will set their foot down and will be standing in second position. So now their heels are directly underneath their shoulders. Those toes are still facing out. And everyone at home say second. This is second position. Great, they are going to tendu again. This time they're going to slide one foot halfway in front of the other, and they'll be standing in what we call third position. So you can see that those toes still need to be facing out. That's very important in ballet. You might start to feel a little discomfort in your hips or your knees because turnout might be difficult for your body. Some people, it feels fine. Some people, they got to really work at it. And that's true of everything in ballet. That's third position. They're going to tendu again. They're going to put their front foot, they're going to point it and then set it down. And Jenny, could you back up just a little bit and then face the side for us so we can see what your feet look like, one in front of the other in fourth. There we go. So you can see either Craig's angle or Jenny's. One foot in front of the other, toes out. And guess what? That's called fourth position. Now the hardest one of all, you guys, is to tendu that foot, which means to stretch your foot and point it, slide it back, and your heels are going to try to touch your heel to toe, heel to toe. This is really hard. This is where we really see that turnout. They make it look so easy. If your feet aren't exactly touching like that, it's okay if they're like that. Just keep working at it. This is called fifth position. Excellent. All right, you guys, shake it out, face the camera, and let's stand in first position. Now we're going to learn some positions of the arms. So let's start with our arms in a nice low circle. And this is called arms en bas. You can see that circular shape that their arms are making. And en bas is French for down low. So everyone at home say en bas. I can hear you. Great. All right. So arms en bas means arms down low. And I just want you to say it so that you memorize what the position is. Now keep that circle and bring your arms up across from your belly button. And this is called arms in first. All you have to do is say first. Great job. Now we've already done the position of the arms in second when we held it. So bring your arms out to the side. Remember, arms in second. We know that one. And then bring them all the way up overhead, making a beautiful frame around your face. This is called arms in fifth. We're skipping third and fourth for now because everyone does them differently. So let's review. We have arms en bas, arms in first, arms in second, arms in fifth. Let's go backwards. We have arms in fifth, arms in second, arms in first, arms en bas. Excellent. Now, the dancers are going to help you. I'm going to call out random positions of the arms and you're going to do them. They'll help you for a little bit and then we'll have you do it on your own. Let's see arms in fifth. En bas. fifth, second, first, second, fifth, en bas. Very good. Now dancers, you can take a break and I'll just call out positions for you guys at home and let's see if you've got those arms down. This is for coordination of your brain and your body. Arms en bas. Arms in second, fifth, second, fifth, en bas. I'm going to go faster. First, fifth, en bas. Second, fifth, en bas. First, en bas. First, second. Great job. Nice job, guys. So coordination comes into play in a lot of ways in ballet. Sometimes it's your brain and your body working together. Sometimes it's learning choreography super fast. You always need coordination and it takes your entire body and brain. We're gonna learn how to turn, which uses a method called spotting. And this takes a lot of coordination of your body. Otherwise, you turn and turn and turn, you get dizzy, you fall down, and that doesn't really work, does it, guys? So the dancers are gonna show us how to turn in a very basic, slow way so that we can all learn together. And then maybe we'll see them do some turns faster so we can see what it looks like when they master it. But first, everyone at home, I just want you to put your hands on your shoulders. And dancers, you're gonna do this too. And all they're gonna do is start turning their bodies around. But before they do, what they have to do is pick a spot on the wall. We won't be able to see what their spot is, but everyone at home, you're gonna do this. Put your arms on your shoulders, look at something in the room that you're in, and just focus on that spot. And start turning around slowly, keeping your head on that spot. And when you can't look at it anymore, whip your head around back to that spot and keep moving your body. And you'll be able to keep doing this and go faster and faster. And we can watch as the dancers do it. It almost looks like their body's going one speed and their head's going another. And I'll let you guys stop. Great job. Let's try that to the other direction because you have to be able to do this both ways. So they put their arms back on their shoulders, they look at that spot, they start slow, they whip their head around, and then they'll be able to get faster. Great, and stop. Now guys, if you're at home falling all over the place, it might be fun. Hopefully you don't get hurt, but you actually really do want to be able to master this technique called spotting, because once you can do that, you don't get dizzy when you're turning. When you're on stage turning around and there's other people on stage and there's an orchestra pit, you can't be falling all around or it could be very dangerous, right? So let's have each of the dancers maybe show us how they turn, doing some sort of balletic turn, and we can watch how their heads spot when they turn. Let's watch Jenny go first.
So this one, you're gonna put one foot to the side, you're gonna cross legs, and then you're gonna turn yourself around. And then you should end up with your other leg in front. So
she's actually teaching us a real ballet turn, so this is awesome. Okay, let's try to do this with her. Ready?
you cross both legs, you look at your one spot, and you turn yourself around.
Nice job. Craig, I think you were just gonna show us some turns. Let's see you just turn and turn and we'll see what happens.
Sure. I'll just do a single pirouette from fifth position, like we've learned, and it's going to come from passe, which we've also learned.
Nice.
Pirouette. And you can also go from fourth position, which we've also learned.
See how easy they make everything look? Love it. So guys, keep working on your spotting technique and that'll help you to turn and turn and turn and not get dizzy. All right, we are gonna move on to agility. Now this one's really hard to do when we're at home in our tiny dance spaces, but I think we're still going to be able to learn a little bit. So we're going to stand with our feet in first position. First, we need to learn how to do a plie, and that's pretty easy. All you're going to do is bend your legs until they make a nice diamond shape, and that's called a plie, which means to bend. So let's just do a couple of those. We're plieing and straightening our legs. And we've already learned a releve. So if we plie and then move into a releve, that means we're rising up onto our toes. So let's do that combination together. We just have plie into a releve. Now, everybody at home, just watch for a second. The dancers are going to do what we call a saute, which is taking those two moves and then springing their body up into the air and landing back in plie. Let's just watch them do it. Wow, look how springy they are. That's so awesome. Your legs are becoming a spring and springing yourself up into the air. Of course, we want to land in plie so that we're not landing on straight legs. That could be very hard for your body. The other thing that I'd like you guys to do at home is to first just try to do this one time. And when you land, try not to sound like a big crashing elephant landing to the ground. We want to land nice and soft in our plie position, controlling our bodies as we land. So ready, let's just do one saute. Ready, here we go. And plie, jump, and land. We can barely hear them landing, right? Now Jenny's on carpet, but Craig is on a hardwood floor. I can't hear him landing. Let's try that again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice. All right, everybody, we're going to do 10 of these jumps, and you're going to try to do a bunch of things all at once. You want to plie, you want to spring yourself as high in the air as you can, you want to land in plie, you want to keep a smile on your face, and we're going to do it 10 times. Ready? Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. All right, shake your legs out. Very good. Keep working on those jumps. Dancers have to do like, what, 32 of these in a row in your ballet class? Sometimes more, right?
Yeah.
That movement will really get your heart rate going. And believe it or not, ballet will get you real sweaty really quickly when you're taking a full ballet class, right, guys?
That's right.
Yes.
Okay, so we have worked on flexibility, strength, balance, coordination. That was our agility exercise. We're going to move on to our last exercise, which is going to talk about speed. So we're going to actually make up a dance all together, and we need your help at home. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to make up a dance just sitting here, just one dance move. Jenny's going to show us a dance move. Craig's going to show us a dance move. Then we'll hold a space for you guys to do your favorite dance move at home. We'll do all these dances together, and then we're going to do them at different speeds. This is going to test our brains and our bodies. So your dance move does not have to be ballet. It could be the robot. It could be some disco. It could be something cool. That's going to be my dance move. It could be flossing. It could be anything, whatever your favorite dance is. Or it could be ballet. Just one move that we can all do. All right, so everybody stand up. And our first move is going to be, it's from the 80s. It's from a long time ago. We call it the snake. You're going to do one to each side, and you're going to snap. That's our first dance move. You can do it standing or sitting like I am. Ready? We'll do 4 of those because I like them. Ready? We go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's our first move. It's not ballet. Jenny, what's our second move in our dance?
So we're gonna take a jump with our feet to get apart, and then we're gonna cross and turn.
Yes, I love it.
You snake 4 times. You're gonna open your feet, cross them, and turn.
Okay, guys, let's put it together. We are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and jump out and cross and turn. I love it. Craig, what's our next move?
Our next move is going to be a disco point. Everyone should be able to do this one. We're going to go down and up and down and up 4 times.
I
4.
love it. Now make sure you're really getting that diagonal movement like Craig is. We got to point that finger. All right, let's practice with him. Down and up and down and up. Let's put it all together. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we jump, we cross and turn, and then we disco. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Oh, we're doing 4 of these. I got it. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. We're getting really into the disco moves. Now the next couple counts are going to be for you. So we'll just stay frozen while we look at your dance. And you guys do your own move there. And that is our dance. We probably need an ending pose. What should our ending pose be, Jenny?
Let's do we'll take 20 forward and both arms up.
I love it. The superstar pose. Yes. Okay, so what we're going to do, guys, is we'll put all those moves together. We'll stay frozen for about 5 seconds while you do your move. Then we go down to our knee and we pose. Let's try it at regular speed, all right? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and jump and cross and turn and disco. 2, 3, 4. Now your move. 2, 3, 4, and down on your knee and pose. Oh, that is so awesome. You guys, we just made up a dance. I want to try this again in super slow motion. So that means you have to really accentuate every movement. Are you guys ready? All right, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2. It's hard to snap slow. 3, 4, and the slowest jumping out, cross and turn. Slow disco, guys. Follow Craig. 2, and 3, and 4. Freeze. We're watching your dance for 4. 1, 2, slow. 3, 4, and slow going down to your knee. And oh, so dramatic. I love that in slow motion. Now, guys, do you think we could do this so fast that we can barely even see it? Like the super fastest. This is going to really take our brains. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. 5, 6, ready, go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and jump, and cross, and turn, and disco. 2, 3, 4, and your move. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down on our knee, and pose. Awesome, you guys. Take a deep breath. Let it all out. You did a great job. You guys have worked your whole bodies. We've looked at all these different areas of sports and ballet, and I think hopefully you realize it's a little harder than you think. And you know what? We need to just do bows and curtsies because I think we've reached the end of our class and it was awesome. So Jenny, how do we do a beautiful ballet curtsy at the end of a show?
So you're gonna start in first position, just like we learned, and your arms down in en bas, and you open your arms to first, to second, and you take a tendu, and then you take your other leg in tendu. You're gonna cross your both knees and then bend down.
Beautiful.
And then you go to the other side. One leg crosses behind the other. You bend both knees and come back up.
Lovely. I love it. Craig, how do we do a fancy ballet bow?
So first, you do a tendu or a step together, and you put your arm out, and you bring your hand to your heart, and you bow your head. You can also do this to the other side as well.
Excellent. Guys, I'm going to clap for everyone at home and for Craig and Jenny. You guys follow the dancers and do curtsies and bows to each side. Ready? Here we go. Bravo! Bravo! Woohoo! Amazing. Hey, you guys, thank you so much. We had a great time doing our ballet fitness challenge with you at home. I hope that you had fun doing it. Jenny and Craig, thank you so much. Keep on dancing in your rooms there. You're doing great. It's great to see you. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.